Take it.
Grand Rising, Matt.
Hmm. Grand rising to you.
All right. Are we live?
We are live.
All right. Well,
We are.
welcome everybody to the People's Congregation of Shakers and Movers. We are here with Matt Thomson for Rise Up Breathwork. And I have a few little people running around in the background here, but don't mind them. We're just up in Maine and we are doing our thing at the chapel. We have been having an amazing summer. I hope you have all been too. Matt, how's your day going?
It's going good. Yeah. It's been a busy
Yeah,
morning. Wet. It's raining pretty good this way.
I know. Quite a contrast from
Yeah.
yesterday.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. But yeah,
So,
it's been a good
what are
morning.
we doing? So, we come together every Tuesday for this offering that Matt brings us called Rise Up Breathwork. And it's a chance for us to connect and sort of really just like tap in and like check in, right? How are you doing?
I am good. I think I was kind of like thinking today, like we'll just kind of like maybe explore a little bit with and just bring. You know how we talk a lot about bringing in balance. So where do we usually want to bring the balance into, like in your mind?
Into everyday life, right?
Right, but physiologically speaking, within the body, we talk about what are we trying to balance out?
Our chakras.
Chakras, yeah. What else? What kind of goes in line with that?
I
So we,
guess like every hormone and chemical, right? We're always just trying to stay in balance.
yeah. So we're, a lot of times we talk about also like the nervous system
Mm.
and just bringing like the whole body into balance because a lot of times we're either in that fight or flight or we're in that more calm state. So usually we're not in balance there. And I think one of the things that we don't talk about enough too sometimes is just like the left and right hemispheres of the brain and bringing that into balance. So we're going to kind of play around a little bit with that today. Like just bringing the whole system into balance.
I'm into it.
Okay.
Do it. All right, Matt. Well, I'm going to get
All right.
cozy
Go get
and I'm
cozy.
breathe with
Started.
you. Okay.
So I'm just going to invite everyone to just find a nice comfortable position, laying down or sitting. We're going to be doing this with silence today, so I'm not going to be playing any background noises or sounds or we're just going to kind of move and shift ourselves really just into the present moment. And so what I'm going to invite everyone to do is as you're becoming comfortable with sitting, laying down, I'm just going to invite you to just drop into a nose breath, inhaling and exhaling through the nose and breathing into the stomach. And just finding that breath, tracking the breath, following it, feeling it into the nose, maybe a widening of the nostrils. How's the air traveling down into the stomach? Can you feel the transition from the mouth into the esophagus? Can you feel the rise of the belly? And can you notice maybe the exhale and how's the air leaving the body? And as we're tuning into this breath right now, I'm just going to invite you to really listen to the body, to really feel exactly what the body may need with each individual breath that you're taking right now. So it may need a very quiet breath. Maybe as we're a nice relaxed breath, feeling the softening of the heart. Maybe all of a sudden it needs to be a really deep inhale with a stronger exhale. So I'm going to invite you to see if you can discover and feel into exactly what the body is asking for with this breath? What is the body asking for? Just any sounds that you hear within your house or office or car, wherever you are, it's just all natural and a part of it, allowing no identification with sound is needed. Just breathe in any sounds, smells, any thoughts that arise. Breathe into the thought and then release the thought on the exhale. And we're just going to focus on slowing down the breath, feeling a softening in the heart as maybe you bring a little bit of awareness to the body, and maybe just draw the shoulders back into the chair or the floor that you're laying on, and just really draw like the back into the spine as we push the shoulders back and into the ground or chair, allowing for an expansion within the chest. And just allow for this heart center to open. As we soften the breath, we're just going to stay with the inhale and exhale through the nose with this, keeping the mouth shut. And then how's the spine feel against the floor or the ground or the chair? Is it nice and straight? Maybe to bring in some slight twisting or even pulling the neck up and the head back. Maybe even stretching the arms out behind your head and really elongating the spinal cord out. And as you play around with the spine, just really fall into the sensations of how the spine may feel. Do you feel that lengthening, that straightening out? And then just relax back into the surface that you lay upon. And now just feeling that expansion of the heart and that alignment of the spinal cord, bringing that into a little bit more alignment, keeping it nice and straight. And then staying aware of the breath through this whole process, staying with the breath, breathing into these areas and allowing for everything to soften. Let's maybe bring our attention to how's your jaw feeling today? Can you feel the tongue on the bottom of the mouth relaxing? The muscles around the jaw, the lips. Can you feel a softening within that through the breath? And as this begins to soften, maybe the softness is rising up into the cheeks. And feel that soften. as we rise up into the eyes and feel the softening here. And as we soften with the eyes, can you feel the softness traveling or trickling to the back of the eyes? Breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. Really drawing the energy into the eyes. And as everything relaxes here, we feel the shoulders begin to drop, maybe a little bit more. Relaxing a little bit more, feeling the neck. Maybe even doing a head circle or side to side movement if your body is asking for it. Really tuning into exactly what is the body asking for. Sometimes when we hit and think about an area, the body may be saying move a little bit, shake or wiggle, or just stretch me out a little bit. So just tune in with your breath into the body with the neck and shoulders. So everything around the head is relaxed. Our heart is maybe a little bit more open as our spine is in alignment. And then we bring that attention to the throat, allowing for this space to open and relax through this nose breath. Maybe feeling the Adam's apple relaxing in the muscles, leading into the shoulders, and connecting it all. And then just a relaxing in the hips. How does your butt feel on the chair or against the surface that you're laying upon? Bring your attention to the hips and the buttocks and allowing for everything to relax. Observing the feeling, the pressure of sitting or laying. And allowing yourself to melt into that pressure to relax the organs. Relaxing feeling in the stomach, intestines. Just feel everything relaxing, not just the surface. As you feel that gentle rise and fall of the stomach, and then bringing this relaxation down through the legs into the feet. Let's just finish off with this in quietness for a minute. Just tuning into yourself. Really tuning into the sensations of your entire body right now. Through the breath, gentle breath, softening of the breath. And we're going to finish this with a deep inhale up to the crown. Hold and then exhaling out through the mouth when you're done. So on your next inhale, deep inhale, as deep as you can, all the way up to the crown. Hold and then release through the mouth, and then dropping into a full body sensation, how the whole being of yourself is feeling. And as you feel the waves of energy tingling sensations, aliveness within the body, just tap into this rich energy. Tap into this relaxed state. Tapping into exactly how your body is feeling right now. Allow for everything to come alive in this relaxed state. And now just breathing in any manner that works for you. Can you feel, I just invite you for a moment to see if you can feel the aliveness and this beautiful energy within you. It's not like I want to take a nap. It's more to me like just feeling really good. Feeling whole. That my body is it's balanced out. How I am present for each moment that arises throughout the day may be more of an intuitive place coming from the body, telling me, helping me with answers and maybe how I should speak and react. So by tuning into the body and the sensations and the feelings and listening to what the body's saying. Like if you need movement now, listen to what the body is saying and then honor that. Honor what our vessel is asking for, what it may need. And when we're in this state, even in a waking state, moving around, we can tap into this. And that may lead to more of a beautiful flow with our words, a flow with our thoughts, a beautiful flow with how I interact with others. The beautiful flow of energy coming from your body, maybe a little bit more compassionate, maybe an energy that's a little bit more expansive, not just within you, but glowing and pushing outward away from you, affecting everyone that comes into your pathway. Now I'm just going to invite you to wiggle the hands and the arms and legs and just kind of awaken the body a little bit here. Just kind of stay present with me and staying aware of your breath as you're moving. Keep your awareness to the breath, breathing in any way that works as you kind of shift and move, and just bring the body back to life with this balanced energy. And for this next piece, I'm going to invite that we all kind of sit up. So I'm going to invite you to sit nice and straight spinal cord. Kind of shift around, move. Find an alignment as well with the neck. Meaning this, a lot of times when we ask to sit straight, we may tilt the head back more or bring the head up like I'm doing now. But really, when we're bringing the spinal cord or the energy centers into balance, we want this chin to come down a little bit. And then to really feel the spine and the neck in straight alignment with the rest of the spine in the back. And so this practice that we just did was to help bring your nervous system more into balance and being present in this moment. So I just invite you to feel, how does it feel to sit right now with that alignment? How does the energy feel? Can you maybe make sure you have bare feet and place them flat on the ground? And then maybe breathe on the inhale, breathing from the earth through the soles of the feet, up through the spine to the crown. Breathing the energy, feeling the energy travel upward through your spine, bringing it all the way into your back. And then on the exhale, just bring it back down the spine and back to the earth. And see, I just invite you to see if you can discover a flow of energy here, allowing for the body to move in any way that it needs to with this. Grounding us to the earth, rooting us down, anchoring ourselves into who we are. Grounding us down into the person that we are meant to be. Grounding us down into our energetic frequency that we've been looking for so long. And this energetic frequency of our true self, our higher purpose, higher self, the wholeness that we can feel within our bodies, the lightness, the energy. And so now, as we're kind of settling into this groundedness, I'm going to invite in a different breath today where we're actually going to close one nostril at a time, and I'll guide you through this. And we're going to kind of do 5 breaths with each cycle. And so what we're going to do here is we're going to balance out the left and right hemisphere of the brain. Because a lot of times we think of this nervous system that we just worked into balancing out. And we can get into what the hemispheres do later. But for today, what we're going to do is just dive into it and just see maybe how you may even feel a little bit more different after this. So the first cycle we'll do like 5 rounds. And then I'm going to invite you just to drop back into the nose, inhale, exhale through the nose after we take these breaks. So just breathe any way you need to for now. But in between, I'm going to be asking that we're breathing in through the nose and out. And with this first breath, what we're going to do is we're going to breathe in through the right nostril. So we're going to, don't do it now, just hear me for a moment. So we're just going to breathe in, nice good inhale in through the nostril, and then we're going to open up the left side, close the right, and then, no, actually, I'm sorry, I'm going to reverse it. So we're going to breathe in and out through the right side 5 times. And then we're going to switch and breathe in and out on the left side 5 times. And then we'll drop into the nose breath. Sorry, I was working ahead of myself. So just find the nose breath for a moment. Breathing into the stomach. Now just gently close the left nostril. We're going to inhale and exhale through the right nostril only. 5 times. And then close the right side, allow for the left to open, and then 5 on the left. And then just dropping back into the nose breath. And just feel the sensations come alive as we now bring in this balance to the brain. Now in this next one, we're going to breathe in through the right and breathe out through the left. Inhale in the left and then exhale through the right. That will be 1. So it's in holding the left side, breathing in through the right. Nice, good, deep inhale. Exhaling out through the left. And then inhaling through the left and exhaling out through the right. And we'll do this 5 times. So just 3, 2, 1. Inhale through the right. Close the right. Exhale through the left. Inhale on the left. Close the left. Exhale through the right. And that's 1. And just do it 4 more times on your own. And then just dropping back into breathing, inhaling and exhaling through your nose. And just dropping into the sensations as we connect the brain now to the body a little bit deeper, bringing it into alignment, into balance with the nervous system in our body. Feeling this aliveness for a moment. And just allowing for this connection to take place. Bringing us really a little bit deeper into what wholeness may feel like. This gift that we can give ourselves every day. Now we're going to repeat the same exact breath that we just did 5 more times, except we're just going to add one more little twist. So this time we're just going to, on each inhale, we're just going to do a very brief 1-2 second hold. And then on the exhale, at the bottom of the exhale, we're going to do a very brief hold, very quick pause. It's not meant to try and hold it. It's just a very brief hold for 1, 2, then inhale or exhale. So we're just going to hold on the inhale and at the bottom of the exhale, breathing in through the right nostril, out the left, in through the left, out the right, with that minor hold. And then 3, 2, 1, let's try this. And when you finish, I'm just going to invite you to breathe just in your own natural way for what the body's asking for. Just really listening to your body right now, whatever it needs, movement, what breath to bring in. And then diving deeper into the body, into the sensations of how you're feeling right now. Tapping in to this mind-body connection right here. Bringing everything into wholeness. And from this state, we can take away the driving responsibilities of the mind and allow for the body to slip into that driver's seat as we tap into the sensations and feelings. Maybe even for a moment right now, imagine maybe something that stressed you out yesterday or today or triggered you. And then breathe that into the body, and then allowing for the mind to come up with how would you react now feeling like this? Would you have a different reaction? Different words? Maybe more compassion? From this state, when we can allow for the intuitive nature of the body to become the driver, and then the mind and the brain becoming more of a tool for the body to help with expression or words that we use. And then it just really becomes a tool for the body. And maybe even imagining how we can live from this state. Sandy, were you trying to come back on? Because I just dropped the thing.
I wasn't, Matt.
I don't know what just a whole bunch of weird
I,
stuff.
me too. I was in another planet.
I'm sure you were. How did that feel?
Well, I feel incredibly balanced.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's exactly what I needed today. I hope I'm not the only one out there deciding to join us today for breath work. And wow, Matt, yeah, I am. Wow, I'm ready to face the day.
I think really.
I feel like meditation Barbie.
Yeah.
That's a joke for all of those who have seen the Barbie movie.
Okay.
Um, I'm definitely chakra aligned Barbie.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was incredible. I feel amazing. Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, this is also this is tapping in because you shouldn't feel like you're tired, like you need a nap. It's more like this aliveness in us, and it's almost like honing in on more of our creativity, our ability to be a little bit more efficient with work and with people, um,
And with our energy, right?
and with the energy. Yeah, I'll bring it back on screen. Hold on.
I mean, that's kind of what it's all about, right? It's like every morning you got to you got to wake up, you have to decide what your mission is. And then you have to decide how much energy you're going to give it. And then all the players come, right? All the other people and all the stress. And I think of them as like, they're kind of like the other players in the game, right? Because they're all in the energy frequency too. So
Mhm.
our whole job is to be like, okay, are they in the flow? Are they part of this equation? Are they out of the flow? And then just do the best you can, right? To navigate the energy. And so if your energy is on point, then you're just going to have an easier time dodging bullets and the people who's isn't.
Yeah, I think
Right.
we're coming into more division and separation now, more so than ever now. It's almost like a lot of us who are choosing this, it's like we live in the same world, but we're living in a very different world where we really don't see a lot of the other stuff that's going on. And then people who are still stuck in the other side, if they're seeking something different, they're going to be attracted to this, to
Mm-hmm.
what you're giving off here. And then and it may open them up a little bit more to asking and maybe even having that ability to receive help.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, to tell the truth
Yeah.
to yourself, be honest. Yeah, that's what comes up for me when I do these meditations. It's like, oh crap, like I know what I need to do. And I'm
Yeah.
not doing it for like, oh, I'm doing it. I feel awesome, Like I had a hard time identifying a time today or yesterday that I wasn't in my flow, which is amazing. When you said try to think of something, I was like, I can't think of one thing.
Well, you've been on vacation too for a week, so
Not vacation, it's just my life.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
not though. I mean, I've been caring for my children. I've been
yeah.
running multiple businesses. I've been working my ass off, actually. And speaking of that, a little plug for Green Network Providers, my other nonprofit that I work with amazing nurse practitioners and registered nurses, and of course, Stan the man over there, if you can hear me. But essentially, we've added a medication management service for those who wish to reduce or come off of their pharmaceuticals. We've also added a ketamine discovery call for people who want to explore that molecule, as well as a plant medicine consultation. So, information about microdosing, macrodosing, what you should be afraid of, what you shouldn't be afraid of, because we really are just trying to help people with their mental health in ways that are kind of radical, but normal to me in our world, in our flow. So, we're really excited to bring that to you because, we just believe that people deserve to feel good. And that's what our religion is really all about, right? It's about being in the flow, raising the vibration, helping everybody just show up and be the best person that they can be. So, Matt, thank you for helping me be me and be happier. And I hope that other people are finding that this is helpful for them because I'm freaking happy, man.
Is this website up and running now for people
Yeah,
to
it's
look
green,
at?
yeah, greennetworkproviders.com. It's
Okay.
what I've always we've been working together with these nurses to provide medical cannabis certifications, and we are certainly still doing that. But also education for people who aren't in Massachusetts because you shouldn't need a card to use cannabis. I'm going to say it's a plant, everybody. The jig is up.
Well, that's
But you can grow it at home
yeah.
in our state. Grow it at home. You can have 6 plants per adult. So we educate people on your rights. We educate people on the endocannabinoid system and how to balance it. Because at the end of the day, we are all just an electronic. We're kind of like a computer, right? And we're here trying to reset with you every single Tuesday. So the endocannabinoid system is this regulatory pathway that's kind of like behind the scenes of all the other 11 organ systems, telling them when to do things and when not to do things. So that's why cannabis can like help you motivate, but it can also help you sleep. It's very dynamic, right? And so we educate you on which strain or which terpene or which cannabinoid might be the best, for your condition. But we also acknowledge that cannabis isn't everybody's thing, hence the plant medicine consults and these other molecules that we're not against big pharma, right? What we're against is basically people telling you what to do and you not taking control of your own health. So we're just giving you information so that you can go to your doctor, you can go to your parents, you can go to your spouse and you can say, hey, this isn't really working for me. I don't really feel that good. I think I can feel better. So we're here to just be like, meet you where you're at, judge free. I always love to say that, like we are the judge free zone. Come as you are. And we will just try to help you and see where you're at.
Yeah, I think that's so beautiful, like what you were just saying and what we just did too. It's like because even like what we talk about with this breath work and stuff is like, when we're whatever, when we're on this path of healing or this path of waking up or just becoming like leaving what's behind us, right? Leaving, always reaching. And even I think when we think of like the medical society and how we take care of our health, we're even reaching there all the time because we're always reaching out to a doctor or to a nurse or a psychologist to give us the answers to make us healthy. And that's really not the ticket, and that's why the breathing and stuff is so important as we tap in to exactly what's going on with us, then we can start finding the right pathways with the combination of like what you said, we can use a combination of things to help us, but what's going on within us and is it feeling like it's correct? Like what the doctor said or what one of the nurses said, like does this vibe with me? Is this like a yes?
Mm-hmm.
Or is it like I have more questions or I don't feel this? What else is there? I think that's the other part of the beauty of the site that you're building too with the nurses is eventually you'll probably have more options as well for
Mm-hmm.
customers to help reach out to different modalities.
Customers, I think of it as community members.
Or
I think that's exactly what you're talking about is like, everybody's like, oh, I need the doctor to fix me. Well, if
yeah,
you were living in a community of people that were promoting healthy choices and options, then you probably wouldn't need the doctor in the first place, right?
right.
So that's what we're trying to build. And you're right. I think, Matt, that's a definite. We're going to add breath work, hopefully, onto Green Network providers soon. We're going to even be offering small business and nonprofit consulting, because
Yeah.
we know that we're not the only ones that should be starting businesses. Like, it's not that hard, but some people think it is hard. So, and that's part of shifting the dynamic. If other people have ideas on how we can make this world a better place, we want to help you start that business. You know what I mean? So we're in it to win it, whether it's, so that's why, like, Green Network providers, I kind of like how it's just become, it's like, how are we going to support Mother Earth? How are we going to support, each other, so that, like, hopefully the hospital is the last resort. You know what I mean? Like, if I break my arm, which I have done twice, I need the hospital. Like, I get that. There's not going to be an herb or a breath that's going to, like, sew me back together or whatever. Like, there's a time and a place. I'm not against, Western medicine. I totally see that there's a need for it. But I also am the type of person that doesn't believe that birthing a child is a medical procedure. It's a natural part of life. You know what I mean? So that was my choice, to have babies at home. But if something terrible went wrong, I would be so happy that the hospital was there. You know what I mean? It's just, I kind of think of it as like choose your own adventure, right? Like, every single day is choose your own adventure. Sadly, in this country, a lot of teens and tweens and children are being put on medications without ever being taught breath work, mindful movement, or these other things that are out there to help kids feel better. And instead, we're giving kids pharmaceuticals. So what I'm finding is a lot of people are coming to me 18, 19, 20, being like, I've been on this stuff for 7, 8, 9 years. And now they have to detox and withdraw from SSRIs, or opiates, or what is it, the Xanax family, the benzos, which are, like, super hard. So it's like, I want to provide parents with other choices for their children. And Matt, I know this is something you and I have talked about, is getting more youth programming going, because if we learned this stuff when we were a kid, maybe we wouldn't have reached for the bottle or the needle. You know what I mean? Or whatever it was that you were trying to, like, escape from or find meaning or answers for. You know what I mean? So I think, like, yeah, teaching the kids this stuff is hugely important, because I'm sick of people coming to me at 18 and being like, I've been a pawn in my parents' divorce and I don't want to take these pills anymore. It's sad. It's a sick, sad state
I,
of.
yeah, yeah. I think that's so important. I was actually talking to my nephew yesterday. I was climbing with him yesterday, and he's on 8 different pills at 14 years old. And
That's the definition of insanity to me. I'm
and
sorry.
we were having like a conversation, and he struggles with like conversing with me because, like, um, my family is so inside such a tiny little box that to think outside of that box. What came to me with him yesterday was he's always saying but, and bringing it back into the little house. And, and they can't, and and I think that's going to be something that we struggle with, especially as we start reaching out to more people and maybe start bringing in more youth and doing more, expanding what we're doing. And it's like such a battle to, you know,
Matt, we're at war. We are at, I
yeah.
don't know if you realize this, but yeah, there's this,
Oh,
these
I
people.
know. I'm aware.
There's people like us that are just like, the
I've
system
done
is
this
broken.
work
The system
a long
is
time.
broken. 911, 911.
No, I'm just like referring to like how not only hard it is to get someone to learn how to feel and maybe recognize what's going on within them, but even just like, what we were doing today to get out of that mind and that like padlock or 50 padlocks that's on there, just not allowing for that, you know expansion of thought, like, because we've moved so far away from like having intelligent conversations with people that we can't, we can't even have that with a lot of people because it well, I feel this, so we can't have an intelligent conversation, or the anger comes up, or we start yelling. And almost look at, like, like when we look at all this stuff of the all of it, it's like we're so disconnected from the body, and then when our voice is rising, and we have to be so demanding of what this is. And it's almost, to me, it's like this serious disconnect from the heart. And the heart is so far away from our body that we have to voice things in such an ugly manner to feel that connection with the heart.
We were talking about a similar thing last night. Not only are we connected from our own selves, we're disconnected from each other.
Oh, that
We
too.
live in a society where the first thing people are telling children is not to talk to strangers. That's insane, because we're here to be in the flow. If you don't talk to somebody, how do you even know? They could be your next best friend. You know, I do not tell my children not to talk to strangers. In fact, I'm like, talk to that person so you can figure out if they're part of the damn equation. You know what I'm saying? Or just that if they're not a good person or whatever, you're going to figure it out by talking to them. The frequency that comes out of somebody's mouth, their voice, like what they have to say, the tone of it. You're right. And you know, so that's why this is my official advice to everybody. Say hi to a stranger today. Smile, wave, be weird. Laugh at people when they cut you off in traffic. Acknowledge them. When somebody says, excuse me, say it's no problem. Answer them. Speak back to people.
Exactly.
People like it. Trust me.
All right. Well, I will let you all go and go enjoy the North Country up there.
I think we might go see the Barbie movie again. See, official business. I love you, Matt. Thank you so much. This was an
Yeah.
amazing start the day. You're the best. I love you.
Talk to you soon.